Yeah, I'm starting. Yeah.
So can I begin, Sneha? Sneha, can I start the session?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So a very warm welcome to each one of you to this webinar on data and business analytics. I wish each one of you a good morning or good afternoon from whichever geography areas you are. And thanks for joining in for this weekend seminar or a webinar where we are going to understand few basics of data and business analytics. We are also going to talk about the kind of tools, what we need, what kind of skills, what we need, and the career tracks for 2025. We will be diving in deep as we go ahead from here. We represent a very, very promising group called Regenesis Group, who is determined to bring change in today's world. We'd like to make this place entire world as a better place by developing conscious leaders and conscious managers. And when I say that we are developing conscious managers, we look at holistic human development. And when a person is holistically developed, what actually happens? He becomes the center of this change. A typically integrated leadership management model. This model is the heart of Regenesis. And holistically developed individual is at the center of this model. The individual creates meaningful interrelationships with the team and the institution, and thereby, through strategy, structure, systems, and culture, this developed individual delivers value to the external world, thereby making a permanent change in tomorrow's world. All the courses in Regenesis are mapped towards Regenesis graduate attributes, which are directly linked to the holistic development of a human being. So we have 6 graduate attributes: think differently, leading consciously, harnessing diversity, comport yourself professionally, global outlook, ground decisions in evidence. At Digital Regenesis, we offer 2 kinds of programs. We offer introductory programs where you can understand the basic know-how of a particular domain you are interested in. And in advanced program, you can carve a career out of it. So as of today, we are offering data science, artificial intelligence, project management, cybersecurity, digital marketing, full stack development, data and business analytics, design thinking, product management, management advancement program. We also offer programs in UI, UX, cloud computing, and ESG. As we go ahead from here, let me quickly introduce myself. I'm Dr. Shilpa Kulkarni, and I've been working in the field of project management and human capital management for more than 20 years and have been into academia as well as an industry as an exposure. I've been working closely with sustainability projects and ESG projects, which actually help us to make this world a better place. And this is a quick in nutshell about me. In order to make this ESG project work, we need to actually mine the data. We need to actually use the data to the furthest extent. Those who are into the corporate field, you will understand that each report should actually talk more than what you have done. So I have been using business analytics tools to my extent in creating these reports and making meaningful decisions for the businesses as a consultant. So what does this webinar covers? This webinar covers data sources which are available in the business. We are going to cover the basic concept of business analytics and the need of business analytics. The types of analysis, overview of the tools of business analytics, and we will be discussing few use cases as we go ahead with. At the end, we will talk about the kind of careers what we can actually pursue after learning about business analytics. So it is up to us how we are able to harness the skills and utilize it for our betterment. Okay, here we go. This is a typical, financial services which had Instagram account, which had Facebook account, which had Twitter account. Then they also had LinkedIn. Can someone tell me which is the last one? Can someone tell me in the chat box? Can someone tell me which is the last one? There are about 5 social media accounts. I've already announced 4. Can someone tell me? Yes, TikTok. Now, looking at this quick graph, I would like all of you to tell me which is the prominent, very, very prominent social media handle in order to engage customers. Which is the handle which engages customer more? What do you infer from here? Great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So about 5% of engagement is coming from Insta, 3.6% coming from Facebook, 3% coming from X, 2.5 from LinkedIn, and 1.6 from this. So if at all my social media manager decides to go ahead and see from, if at all I have to invest my money, according to you, where I should invest my money more, which will give me better leverage in case of customer engagement, where I should put my money. Okay. If I really would like to look at. So this is what we all do actually, right? This is where we all do actually. We all use analytics every now and then. I'll give you a quick analogy here and then I'll move ahead. If at all you are using Google Maps, if at all you are using Google Maps and to travel from a point to another point, which is a completely different destination, the Google Maps tells you the route, it tells you estimated time. It also tells you if at all on the road, is there any traffic jam or is there any heavy traffic flowing in? And then you analyze looking at all the options, whether to take that route or not to take that route. All of you accept this? Don't we do that? Don't we do that? We actually use analytics every now and then. Only thing is we don't really pay attention when we are doing it. So we are actually going to dive in deep to understand about the business and the data in the business. Okay. When we look at business analytics, we need to mine data. Okay. Once upon a time, we used to write all our expenses on a single diary with a pen and paper, and we used to figure out how much expense I'm doing for a certain number of items, and that was old school, right? But today things have changed. Lot of technology takeovers have actually created meaningful understandings of data, and that's what we are supposed to utilize. So if you're running a business, you get data from so many sources. So if I really look at the sources of the data in business, there are 2 types of sources of the data in business. One source is the internal data source. That means the functions which I completely do in my business create a lot of data, right? And there are so much of data available which keeps on hampering my business, impacting my business either positively or negatively, and that is external sources of the data. So I'll give example of out of six, I'll give example of one each, and you guys are going to give me example of one more, which will remain. So I'll begin with operational data. So if I look at operational data, day to day, how many packets? Let's suppose this is a soap factory. Okay, I'm making very nice handmade soaps, and I've got lot of good humans who are very expert in making soaps are employed with me. So in operations, I keep on making how many number of soaps and what are the type of soaps I'm making every day. That is the data available at operational level. And uh, an employee, I can look at the data as what is the age of the employee, how long he has been working with me, what kind of a skill set he has got, and what is his salary expectations, and what is his current salary. So much of data available from the employee side. If I look at the financial data, I'll have the data based upon how much was my investment, have I increased my return on investment, am I actually going in right in direction, am I able to pay my debts? All this data is available for the business. It's called financial data. If I look at the marketing data, the kind of flyers I'm sending it outside, the kind of social media engagement I'm investing into, all that depends upon the marketing data which is getting generated. So in the marketing, I will also get to know how many customers are trying to engage, how many future customers can be available. All that can be digged on. Then I go ahead with the production data. So there is a small difference between production and operational. When I talk about production data is actually day to day how much things have been produced. And in case of operational, I can also look at the supply chain and the other sides as well, if there are any lacunas in the actual operations together. Now we'll come to the customer data. Can you tell me the kind of customer data I might get if I'm looking at the internal side? Can someone tell me what kind of data I might have from the internal side of the customers? That means I already have the data with me. I already have the data with me. Can you name anything? Anything in which you feel that that data is available with me today? Like I have got employees data. Okay, target market. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Geography, locations, superb. Royal customers, very true. Very true. Customer name, customer preferences. Perfect. Your my products, correct. Pricing of the data. Repeat sales, superb. Advertisements, okay. Advertisement goes into marketing. Fantastic, fantastic. Location, absolutely true. I will also get to know age, gender, location, frequency of the purchase. Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. Frequency of ordering, very, very true. Customers' addresses, their feedbacks, customer complaints. Thank you so much. CSI, I will also get customer feedback, active customers. Excellent, excellent. Superb, superb. So when I talk about all this healthcare data, okay, maybe I will be able to get healthcare data, but I will not be able to get it directly. If at all somebody is going to give me that. Orders of inventory, yes, I will also get some visibility data as well. So thank you so much for sharing this. See, when we are selling anything to anyone, we are creating a data point there. When we are speaking to anyone on the Instagram, liking someone's post, isn't it? Am I not creating a data point there? Am I not creating a data point when I'm liking a post? Friends, let me know. Am I not creating a data point if I'm liking somebody's post? Say if I like somebody's post and say, oh, this is very nice and I would like to know more and I like that post. Yes, so I'll be creating data points. What is the use of having house full of money but not utilizing it for any, right? It's just like that. If I have huge data available, if I'm not going to make meaningful patterns, meaningful decisions based on that data becomes absolutely useless. And in order to harness that power of data, we need to understand which are the tools which we are going to see and how we are going to utilize them. Okay, that is for the later part. Let me quickly come to the second side of the data. Now, the business side, one, the decisions which are in my control are based on the internal data. But the decisions cannot be simply based on my control. The decisions are sometimes driven by the external force. A quick example where we look at this is the external data sources. Now, what does that mean? That means that the data which is available to the external side, which is going to impact my business some way or another. So I'll go with this. I've got a lot of open data available in the market through which I can see if my idea is going to work. I've got a lot of public data available based on the kind of consumer preferences, what kind of healthcare requirement and stuff like that. That quite public data is available, which I can use for my business. For example, I'll quickly give an example. I wanted to start a new a new shop of my products in a particular city. So I figured out from census that there are a lot of youngsters who stay in that city, right? And then I realized if youngsters are going to stay, I would like to know what might be their preferences. So I got the public data, figuring out a lot of youngsters are staying. And I use social media data to figure out what are their preferences of soap. And then I opened my shop there. So my decision to open a shop in a completely different city is actually driven by the external data sources. So whenever we talk about growth, expansions, we need to understand how to look at external data as well and how to correlate that with the internal data. And that's where we look at social media data, which will tell us where the world is moving, web scraping data, which will tell us what kind of contacts I might get to start up a shop, what kind of sensor data I might get, especially in case of logistics. IoT data is so much important. Then we also get partner data. And these are all external sources of the data through which we can make informed business decisions. Any doubt till whatever we have discussed so far? Anything you want me to repeat? Shall I go ahead? Okay, here we go quickly. As we talk about two basic things, okay? We talk about analysis, and the other side is analytics, right? So when we are actually using analysis and the term analytics, analysis is something I'm looking at the current data available and I'm trying to figuring out a basic pattern out of it. So my analysis says that, for example, if I've gone to a doctor and I told him, and you guys are going to be my doctor for today. Okay, I'll repeat for external Peter. Just a moment. Let me go back, and this is for Peter. The data which is available in the external world is called external data sources. My decisions of expansion and growth in the business are dependent on the external data sources. So I might need public data, I might need social media data, I might need sensor-based data to take certain decisions in my business. And this data is available outside my business. I'm not the creator of these data points, but these data points are available due to the activities happening in external business environment. Am I clear there? IoT data example. Okay, Internet of Things. How many of you have seen there is something called as GPS? Right? You must have heard of GPS. So all the logistic companies have GPS signal tracking. You can track, right? You can track where your Amazon order is. And that data is available with us. Which makes an example for IoT, Internet of Things. So that a GPS device is a Internet of Things device. Okay, so there is a lot of data available on Internet of Things. There are a lot of sensors, security cameras, and stuff like that. The data is available in the external environment. I'm not talking CCTV cameras and IoT devices for your company, but which is externally available. Is it clear? Is it clear? Can I go ahead? So we were talking about analysis and analytics. Okay, all of you be my doctor today. I have got running nose and my throat is itching. I've got running nose, my throat is itching, and my head is also paining. And looks like I will get some kind of sickness. Can you guess what will be the next symptom? I've got running nose, I've got sore throat, and my head is aching. What will be the next thing you can tell? Can you tell me what will be the next thing my body will give me symptom of? Yeah? Yes, fever, very high temperature, malaria, oh, no cough, no cough. Okay, I just have sore throat, no cough as of now. So I might develop cough and I might develop fever. How did you got that? How did you got that? I just gave you symptoms. You have not even checked me. I just gave you symptoms. So what you all did was analysis. Okay. What you all did was analysis. What is as of today? Yes, I will also get body weakness if I'm going to get fever. So what you did, you applied your experience. You applied what happens from generic side, right? And you analyze all the symptoms. You relate it to yourself and to others whom you have seen very closely. And through your exposure, I underline two words here, exposure and experience, you analyze that I might get a fever. There was no gimmick in this, right? There is no gimmick in this. So yes, we will be sharing the presentation. So when we talk about this, analysis is something which I am talking about what is going to happen as of now. Okay, now I might have fever. Now I might start coughing as well, right? So when I look at analysis, I look at what is happening now. I use very small amount of programming language called a programming database called as SQL, which is generally used, but we are not going to go in that deep right now on technicalities. I'm just trying to make you difference between analysis and analytics. Now, I'm just going to expand this a little bit further. So now you are a very, very qualified doctor. So I come to you and I say, okay, I might develop fever, but this symptom I keep on repeating every month. This symptom I keep on repeating every month. Every month I get sore throat, I get running nose, I get fever, and I fall sick. And this is there from past 2 years. So what you will do? What you will do? You will ask me to go for some blood test. You'll ask me to go for a thorough examination once. If this is a repetitive thing, you will not prescribe me medicines without looking at the report, will you? Will you give me medicines without? You may give me some kind of a paracetamol just to make me feel okay, but the other medicines will be prescribed only after a detailed lab test. All of you agree? If the symptoms, yes, no medical before completely. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. So what you all are actually telling is analytics. You are diving in deep. You are diving in deep to understand where is the real problem is. Is there some pattern emerging out of my uh, illness? So what we did, we actually collected all the data together, dive in deep to figure out, add some intelligence of medical test to it, and then you started medications depending on the full analysis result, right? So earlier, the instance was only once. You rely on your exposure. The instance was only one and it was as is analysis. As of now, Shilpa has fever. Let's treat her. But Shilpa keeps on getting fever every time, which I have not seen for anyone else. Shilpa, you better go to the lab test and get the lab test done. So I use analytics. I get the data for me as a patient and I mine that data, make a meaningful understanding, and then I apply something as a medical treatment, and that is analytics. I hope that is clear with everyone. Thank you so much. I hope that's clear with everyone. Is it clear? Can we go ahead? No. Okay. There are two nodes, so I'll just repeat. Analytics is mining of the data to figure out what we can do in future. Analysis is something which I do for present. Okay. Am I clear there? As of now, what I'm going to do. The screen is not showing. How many of you that you are facing a screen problem? Can I get to know? Can I get to know? How many of you are facing screen problem? If at all you're facing, I would request all of you to just join, leave and join immediately. That might solve the problem of cache memory, because of which you may not be able to see the screen. So please do join. Sneha, I hope you are able to see the screen right now. Sneha, are you able to see the screen? Okay, yours is clear.
Yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much. Thank you so much. So those who are having a problem that you are not able to see the screen and the presentation, I request all of you to just leave the meeting and join very quickly. I will not be moving ahead very fast, so please do join so that you will be able to see. Yes, I'm still on to the Venn diagram. I have not moved it because there was a question. Now I have moved my slide to business analytics. Can you see that? I have turned my slide to business analytics. Okay. So when we talk about business analytics, what I am going to do, I am going to apply. Now the data is all business data. Earlier, the data was all healthcare data, Shilpa's illness. Now the data is all business data. I am going to use business data to solve the business problems using statistical models, quantitative models to understand how things will work. And that is what is called as business analytics. Is it clear? Yes, in the course, we do give lots of assignment, lots of templates and assignments and stuff like that when you join full course. This is just a peep-in window to the course, all right? So we will be giving a lot of course, a lot of material to work on, a lot of data sets to work on. So let me quickly tell you what we do. Why business analytics is important. If you are aware what will happen with the kind of data what you have got and what might happen, you can use predictive or prescriptive modeling. You can actually make your decisions accurate and fast. In any case, anyone here who invests in stock markets, they'll understand fast and accurate decisions, they are the best decisions. If you're able to take the decisions fast and if you're able to take accurate decisions, definitely you're going to make money. Trust me, all businesses are here to make money. So whatever decisions which you're going to take should not affect your balance sheet end of the day. And that's what the business analytics will help you with. It also increases efficiency and productivity, especially if I'm going to use business BA methods or BI methods, Power BI methods. In operations, I will figure out where exactly my system is going wrong. You know, it has happened with one of the manufacturing unit that they were actually creating nuts and bolts for the auto as an auto component vendor. They were creating nuts and bolts. And they realized through this Power BI exercise that 80% of their nuts and bolts scrap is coming from one particular engine, one particular machine. And then they turned that machine off, bought a new one, and they figured out how they can save money. So efficiency and productivity can be also enhanced if you're going to use business analytics. Now, better customer understanding and targeting can be done only and only when you're able to understand from so many locations and frequency what exactly your customer is requiring. And then you are able to provide exact same. They say it is very difficult to judge what customer needs, but with BI, we are at least able to guess it mostly correct. And overall, if all this is going to happen, obviously you are going to have increased revenue. And if your revenues are going to increase, so does your profits. The best part about using business analytics, I'll give you a quick analogy on this, okay? This is from my country, and you will tell from your country as well as an answer. Every year, eastern coast of India faces at least two hurricanes. Every year, eastern coast of India, not the India, of India faces two hurricanes. And these two hurricanes actually evade half of the coastal line. So if that is the data which is going to give me, and this data also shows that the months are somewhere between month of May and November. As a business person, don't you think I'll be more prepared to face this calamity if my business is on the coastal side of Eastern India? I will be more prepared, correct? So even in your case, you will have your own data points, which you will be able to assess, and then there is a red flag erased, and then you can move ahead. I'll give you one more such analogy, which is applied across the globe. Anyone here from construction industry can relate this with me very well, because I've been working in construction industry, and I know how painful it is when your cement price and steel price keeps on going high. Correct? All of you accept? All of you accept? Your cement price and your steel pipe keeps on going high every day almost. Can I sell my apartment at the same cost as I was selling 2 years back? Can I sell my apartment at the same cost which I was selling 2 years back? Can I make profits in that case? I will not be, right? How much I can increase? Do I have to increase price by 15%, 10%? How I'll get to know about this? What kind of a risk I'm going to take if I'm going to put it at 15% hike? What is the size which I will be able to sell? How I'm going to take that decision? That decision is taken by data mining, which is through business analytics. Right? Emmanuel, I hope you will be able to hear me. If you are not, please do rejoin. Okay, please do rejoin. You will be able to hear then. It looks like there is a network lag. Otherwise, the rest of us are able to hear me. So thank you so much. So I need to have thorough data to figure out fraud detections, especially with cybersecurity coming in. It is so much required for us to have this fraud detection technology correctly. Anyone who uses antivirus in your laptop, you will understand what I'm telling you. You will just click on it and you'll find thousands of virus attacks coming onto your way. Why you need to do that? Because that is the data. You will understand how much threatened you were if you were not using antivirus, right? New product or service development opportunities cannot happen without having the data. You need to go for a survey, you need to go for customer analysis to figure out what exactly customer needs, and then you provide it. And this is all possible if you're able to make use of the available data perfectly, right? Am I clear till here? Any doubts in whatever we discussed? Okay, I'm going to talk about two rules of data today. And these two rules, you all must be seeing it. Okay, and these are statistical rules, and you will be amazed with what stats can actually do, right? So first, all of you must be receiving deliveries by Amazon. How many of you receive deliveries by Amazon? Can someone tell me here? Can I have quick show of hands or thumbs up? Those who BI is business intelligence. And I'm going to come to that. So all of you, Those who receive deliveries with Amazon, I've just got two thumbs up. I need a few more so that I can tell you what happens. Great. How many of you always see that whenever you order something from Amazon, it keeps on recommending and it keeps on telling you other people have bought X item along with what you have bought. So for example, I've bought a bouquet, artificial flower bouquet. It will show me what kind of other bouquets are available at the same cost. Can I bundle it? Right? So what it does, it gives me power of association. So there is a statistical rule called rule of association. And that is precisely what Amazon has deployed. So rule of association suggests what can be associated with X along with Y. So what other customers have bought, and that is what is called as rule of association in stats, which is, yes. So those are real. I'm talking about a real statistic rules. Okay. I'm talking about real statistic rules. And these rules are available now in Power BI, that is business intelligence. Okay. BI stands for business intelligence. When you get intelligent, when you understand what is a pattern, right? If you understand the pattern, you become intelligent. Power BI is a powerful tool by Microsoft, which is intelligent. Yes, it happens in YouTube as well. It happens in Insta as well at times. But in Insta, that's a different rule. I'll come back to that. Right? All of you agree till here? Yes, you must have seen that bundling effect. Right? You must have seen this bundling effect. It is called rule of association and such kind of uh, tools which are available in Power BI. That is business intelligence. So it is up to us. It is up to us how much we can learn and how much we can use. You know, all of us have knives to cut things at home. There are only few chefs in the world and many more knives. Everyone has got a tool, but it is up to us how we are going to master it and how we are going to use it for our own benefit. I hope that's pretty clear with everyone. Yeah, that's pretty clear. Now let me tell you another thing which is there onto the screen is Netflix. Okay. Now I'm just going to make a statement. Tell me if I'm wrong. If I say that if I give you my Netflix login and password and you open my Netflix, okay, my Netflix account, can you tell me the kind of person I am? Looking at the kind of movies I watch, can you guess the kind of person I am? Yeah, it's very personalized, right? It's very personalized. What I watch, my spouse may not watch. What my spouse and me are watching, my kids may not watch. And my friends will watch something else altogether. So what does Netflix does? Netflix actually use a clustering algorithm. I'll just put the word here. Clustering algorithm to pull all my likable data together and give me a nice bouquet. Okay, so what Netflix does from so many contents, it picks up something of my liking and then it gives me a bouquet of my liking. It gives you a bouquet of your liking, and that is called as clustering. Now there is a quick difference here. In business intelligence, he has to mine that algorithm, not he, it has to mine something which is also allocated in the open world. In business analysis, that algorithm has to mine allocated data within itself. So the Netflix data server has all Netflix content. It cannot mine Amazon Prime. All of you accept? Can Netflix algorithm mine Amazon Prime's content? Can Netflix algorithm can mine Amazon Prime's content? No. So Netflix can mine as is. What is available today, only that bouquet will be available to you. And if your country has said that, okay, no more these kind of things, yes. Amazon uses some of the, not very correctly, you can say external data. Yes, Amazon uses the data which is available for the future things. It is intelligence. I have not bought it yet, but I will be getting it. So Amazon uses analytics and Netflix is currently using analysis. Is it difference is clear? Analytics and analysis. Is it clear? Yeah? Now, if you really look at the market, if at all you take up this course and look at the market, I'm talking about the market size, which is 2023, that's in orange in color, and it's 2033, which is in blue color, sky blue color. As of today, what analysis tells us that customer analysis, supply chain analysis, marketing analytics, pricing analytics, spatial analytics, risk and credit analytics, transport and workforce, everywhere there will be a deployment of analytics, and you will find that, okay, Munu, can you please tell me, you want me to repeat this? You want me to repeat this? I'll just quickly repeat. Amazon uses business analytics. And as of now, Netflix is using analysis. Is it clear? As of now, the example which I've taken. Clustering algorithm works on what is as if available, as of now available. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the market and how the market is going to explode. You know why which is exploring? Because in earlier case, in brick and mortar model, that means we used to go to a shop as kids and we used to buy things. And that was only till the geography, right? So my shopkeeper person never used to actually put any kind of a data point. He used to recognize me, used to give me credit as a child, and used to ask my parents to pay the money for a chocolate, which I used to get from him. But today, for every single activity, every single transaction is available on the data world. And we are creating so many data points that the world is going to explode, with the data, right? And hence, all the customer analytics or supply chain analytics is actually going to go on a very higher exponential rate. So tomorrow you won't be even surprised that I hope all of you are aware that if you're going to use your IoT devices for better, your Google Home or Alexa can order grocery for you without even asking you. Okay, so that is also quite possible. Okay. So when we talk about this, the world of analytics is going to go exploding. So what I mean to say here, customer analytics, supply chain analytics, all these analytics market are going to explode in coming 10 years. It will be more personalized, okay? And we are going to go beyond customer satisfaction, but we are going to go till customer delight. Is it clear now? Is it clear now, everyone? Can I move ahead? Can I move ahead? Right? So in every walk of life, be it's a bank, be it's restaurant, be it's a construction site, be it's mining, any walk of life, you will have data and you need to mine it to make decisions. And that's where the big data analytics comes in picture. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take you to a quick primer of what are the types of data analytics, what we actually decide in the course. So when we talk about descriptive, we talk about what has happened, why, what has happened exactly, right? So we talk about descriptive, thinking about what has happened. So let me tell you what is on the x-axis first and y-axis. So that will be easy for us to understand. The complexity of the data is on x-axis and the business value which can be derived because of analytics is on y-axis. Is X and Y clear? Is X and Y clear? Is X and Y clear? No. Complexity of the data means how much complex data is there is on x-axis. And the value which data analytics will create in the business is on y-axis. Is it clear? Is it clear now? Great. So the first level of data analytics on the complexity, which is the lowest side of complexity and the lowest side of value, is called descriptive. We are going to see all the fours in detail as we go ahead. So the complexity of the data is very low. It's not very complex data, and the value which descriptive data gives you is very minimal compared to all the other three analytics. In case of diagnostic, what do you mean by diagnostic? When I give you the test to see, what do? You figure out which is the root cause, and then you give me medicines on the root cause, right? So in descriptive, like I have a fever and you gave me paracetamol is descriptive. You used only small number of data that today Shilpa has running nose, she has got sore throat and she might develop fever. So let's give her a paracetamol. So that is descriptive. I described what is happening to me, and based on that, you gave me medicine. So that is descriptive. Am I clear till here? Yes, more complex data, more value, more understanding, more medical reports, more expenses, more expensive medical treatment, right? So more business to the doctor. All of you accept? All of you accept? Yeah. Okay. So when we look at diagnostic, what I do, I actually go to a doctor and he says, hey, Shilpa, go for all these medical tests. So he is using his diagnostic powers to understand why Shilpa is getting fever every month, right? Now the data has become more complex. And trust me, the value he is generating for his business, because of my illness is also more, right? Why value? Value is dependent on the data. So all independent variables on x-axis. Complexity of data is not dependent on anyone. So it is on x-axis. But the value of data is, value of the business is dependent on the complexity. So value is on y-axis. This is for someone who posed the question. Now, let me move to little bit higher side and talk about predictable data. Okay. Now, when I say predictive, what will happen? Right? So it is, I'm going to predict what will happen. So if I'm going to give her these medicines, this might happen, right? So the doctor is going to give me a predictive thing based on whatever it is available. So if my illness is too bad, if I'm going to suffer too much, he is going to predict, Shilpa, if you're not going to exercise and you're going to not take the medicines and you're not going to eat healthy food, he's going to predict that I will suffer from diabetes and BP. So he predicts. And then he earns more money because he has predicted. Right? He earns more money because then he'll give me medicines, then he'll give me all other tests, then he'll ask me to do my blood test every week, submit to him, and pay him consultation every week. So he generates more value. Right? So more complex data, more value. Okay. Prescriptive is, as of now, oh, you don't want to be a doctor. Okay. So, prescriptive is where we talk about, it is yet developing. Okay. These are predictive and prescriptive models are getting developed, but they are not into the mature levels. So you will find so many updates coming up into prescriptive analytics because of AI and ML, because things are changing very fast and you will find every week there is something coming up. So what prescriptive says how can we make it happen? How I can have diabetic reversal. And trust me, diabetic reversal programs earn most of the money than anyone else so far. You will find on Instagram, let's reverse your diabetes, reverse your diabetics, rejuvenate your life. Gone. Your entire bank balance is gone because they're prescribing you something, how they will make it happen, right? I hope this analogy is clear to everyone. I'm giving it in an easy way so that all of us can understand. I hope that is making sense to all of you. Is it okay? Is it making sense to all of you? Can I get few thumbs ups, please? Can I get few thumbs ups, please? Thank you. Thank you so much. So I'm just going to quickly walk you through this. In descriptive analytics, we use dashboards because we can show what we have. Dashboards are made from the data which is currently available. And without any mining, it's just a visual representation of what is happening currently. Any graphs, any kind of dashboard if you pick up, it is simple data visualization. It will help you to understand trends and patterns. Okay. What is happening today? That is possible in dashboard. In diagnostic, we look at the root cause analysis. So we actually do data mining, we do correlation analysis and stuff like that. So an online retailer shop actually saw that there is a drop in sales because of his retail shops were closed. So he realized that there is a correlation between the retailers which were able to show the product to the customer physically and sell it up, right? So when we look at the drilling down of the data to correlation of the analysis, why did it happen? Root cause. Why did Shilpa is getting fever every month? Root cause. So that is called diagnostic analysis. In predictive, we look at what I can predict. So generally what happens in customer churn model, I give a customer data and I churn and it tells me which are the customers are not going to renew my subscription, which are the customers which are going to stay with me, which are the customers are on a verge of leaving. So I know the kind of customers which are at high risk, that is, they're definitely going to go away from my channel. What are the customers or who are the customers which are at a low risk? That means they are going to be with me for a while. And who are the customers who are yet not decided whether to renew the subscription or not to renew the subscription? So what happens the moment your insurance company calls start coming up to you, you realize, oh, my insurance claim is coming nearby, right? Is it too fast? You're in descriptive analytics. Okay, because I'm also looking at the time, my dear friends. I'll go back. So in descriptive, it is just a dashboard. I do not use any kind of logic. I do not use any kind of statistics. I just make fantastic visualizations. Am I clear there? Am I clear there, Emmanuel? Am I clear there? Great. In case of diagnostic, I use some of the data points and I try to use some of the statistical tools to think and understand how we can utilize this. In prescriptive, we use more data analysis tools from statistics to figure out what will happen next. And in prescriptive, that is optimization, simulations, all your Google Maps is a simulation. How much traffic will be? It's simulation, right? So optimization, simulation, decision rules, and what you are going to do about it. So all your desired outcomes, which will be based on your predictions. So that is prescriptive analytics. Am I clear there? Am I clear there? I hope this should be clear with everyone. So in case of business intelligence and business analytics, in analytics, we use diagnostic, predictive, and prescriptive because I'm going to use intelligence to make sense of the data. In case of basics, I will collect and analyze it. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a quick overview of things which are available in the market today. So we have spreadsheets for analytics. We have spreadsheets. We have business intelligence platforms, statistical softwares, program languages, cloud platforms, which are available with us. So when we look at these tools are very fantastic, but personally, I like Power BI and Tableau because they're very, very easy to use apart from Excel. Okay. If you have very big data, go for cloud platforms. So as of now, the trends are going very high. AI and ML coming into picture. So they use it for predictive maintenance. They use it for complex tasks, and they use it for predictive accuracy. In big data analytics, because the data points are vast and many, we use big data analytics to optimize the performances. We use cloud analytics because we can scale up and it's very, very cost effective. And hence we use cloud analytics. So to book a hotel from so many hotels of the hotel chain, they use cloud analytics because it is for dynamic pricing and the demand forecasting, which is also used. We use data visualization and storytelling because we would like to give a complete transparency to our stakeholders. For example, NGO uses data visualization and storytelling to the farthest extent because then they appeal the donors, okay, please help us out. So what kind of careers, if I'm going little fast, these slides will be available to all of you. And I request all of you to join the course if you would like to meet me again. So, and not only me, there is team of experts. I'm the lowest side. So, uh, we look at BA career paths, that is business analyst career paths. So I can join in any company as business analytics, then I can move ahead as enterprise business analyst, then I can go ahead as practice manager, and I can retire as CXO officer. I can move ahead with new product development and new product management. I can be a product owner, product manager, and a product head for any ITS firm. I can use power analysis and business analysis in project management. I can be a project manager, account manager, and a unit head. And last but not least, this is my favorite, it's consulting. Not many are able to hire business analysts, but all small and medium enterprises need consulting in this area. And there is really very high demand of people who can help small and medium enterprises. So I'll do consulting, then I'll actually become a principal and partner of a consulting firm like KPMG or PwC. So these are the quick career paths. I think Cell's team will brief you more about the course per se, but quickly, this entire course is 7.5 months, and we cover both the levels, advanced and foundations in the course. So this is all about the basics. And we cover a few of the models. This, I think, if you just go to our website and download the brochure, you will find all these details about foundations, what we exactly cover in that. We cover Tableau and Power BI, and we also cover advanced statistical tools, and we also cover predictive and prescriptive analytics overview. As I said, it's still in the nascent stage, so we cannot cover entirely. It's still building up, but we cover most of it. And this is a quick recap what we have done today. We have actually learned about business analytics. We have talked about data analysis, some of the use cases where it is used. And I hope I'm in time to say thank you to each one of you. And thank you for being so participative. I really enjoyed talking each one of you from such a far off distance. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so much. And I really look forward to see you all in the course. Sneha, can I leave this meeting now? Can I stop
Yes,
this?
yes.
Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. And have a fantastic weekend, each one of you. Bye bye.